Daddy, there's a dead man floating in our pool. Malone came awake, dimly conscious of his relief that what he had heard had been only a part of a dream. He had stayed up late, looking, almost against his will, at the latest newsreels on the Gulf War. The images had gone to bed with him, the camera eye in the dream becoming his own eye. Now he felt the hand still on his shoulder, the grip tight, and he opened his eyes to see Maureen standing by the bed in her swimsuit. What? He sat up, feeling Lisa stir beside him. There's a dead man in our pool. His first thought was for the effect on his middle child. He looked at her for the marks of shock or fear. She was 10 years old, a tomboy, usually bursting with energy and curiosity, the one of his 3 children who he had thought would never be vulnerable to what life threw at her. But he had been looking at the future, not at now. A hot January Monday morning when she was only 10 years old and had got up for nothing more threatening than an early morning swim. You all right? She nodded, and he turned to Lisa, now wide awake. Keep her here, doll. Stay with Mum. Lisa said, voice still thick with sleep, I hope this isn't some stupid joke. He shook his head warningly, pushed Maureen into the bed as he got out of it. He could feel the trembling in the thin body, and he felt a sudden spasm of anger. Any intrusion that cracked the peace of the life he had built for Lisa and the kids always angered him. In his pajama trousers and bare feet, he went out to the back of the house, opened the screen door, and stepped out into the back garden. It was not a large area, maybe 80 feet by 50, and a good part of it was taken up by the swimming pool and its fence-enclosed surrounds. He went through the spring-loaded gate, feeling the bricks beneath his feet still warm from yesterday's scorcher, and stood on the side of the pool and looked down at the small, fully clothed man floating face up in the blue-tinted water. It was Scungy Grime. Malone picked up the long pole with its skim net, hooked the net over Grime's head, and pulled the body into the side of the pool. There was no doubt that the little man was dead, but routinely he knelt down and felt for a pulse in Grime's neck. Hi, Scobie. Gonna be another scorcher, looks like. What's that? Keith Caban was the Malones' next-door neighbour. His house was 2-storied, and from the rear balcony, where he now stood in his pyjamas, he could look down on the Malones' garden. A dead man.